Hey everyone, welcome back to the Speak English podcast. I'm David, and today we have something really special lined up for you. And of course, I'm here with Sarah.
Hi, David. Thanks for having me again. I'm super excited about today's episode. I think this one will really surprise people with how simple and powerful it is.
Totally. And let me just say this. What if learning English didn't have to feel overwhelming? What if there was just one thing you needed to really succeed?
That's right. Just one thing. No magic tricks, no crazy schedules. Just one simple mindset shift that can transform your fluency forever. Curious? You should be.
So if you've ever felt stuck, tired, or like you're trying too hard to improve your English, this episode is for you. Stay with us, because what we'll share might change everything.
And if you're ready to make real progress, take a second right now to like this video and subscribe. Let's build your fluency step by step, together. Ready? Let's begin.
When we say there's just one thing you need to succeed in English, we're not exaggerating. The key is something most learners overlook because it sounds too simple. But the truth is, simplicity often hides the most powerful strategies.
Exactly. The one thing that truly makes a difference in your English learning journey is consistency. That's it. Not talent, not intelligence, not a perfect study plan, just showing up every single day and doing a little bit of practice.
Consistency doesn't mean hours of study or complicated routines. It means building a habit of staying connected to the language daily. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough when you do it regularly, without skipping too many days.
Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it just because you're tired, right? It's the same with English. It needs to become part of your lifestyle, something you do without overthinking it, something that becomes automatic.
Many learners think they need motivation to study, but motivation comes and goes. What really builds fluency is not bursts of energy once in a while, but quiet, steady effort repeated consistently, even when you're not in the mood.
And here's the thing. Every time you come back to English, even for a few minutes, you're reinforcing the connection in your brain. You're telling your mind, this matters. And that message becomes stronger every day you repeat the action.
If you've ever felt stuck or frustrated, it's probably not because you're bad at English. It's usually because your learning has been inconsistent. Too many breaks, too many restarts. You keep forgetting and having to relearn things.
The good news is, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do it all at once. All you need is to commit to short daily actions. Whether it's listening, speaking, reading, or writing, small steps every day lead to big transformation.
I always say, fluency is not something you get one day. It's something you grow little by little. You build it like a wall, one brick at a time. And the only way that wall gets stronger is if you keep showing up and adding to it.
So if you've been searching for the secret to improving your English, stop overcomplicating things. The secret is consistency. And once you understand that, everything else becomes easier. Let's take this simple idea seriously.
Let's say your day is super busy and you only have 10 minutes. That's not a problem. Open your Notes app and describe what you're doing right now. For example, I'm sitting at my desk, listening to an English podcast and drinking coffee. That counts as valuable practice.
Or you can practice by talking to yourself out loud. Sounds funny, but it works. Just say what you're doing. I'm walking to the kitchen, I'm opening the fridge, I'm making a sandwich. That habit makes your brain more comfortable forming sentences automatically.
Another easy option is listening to a short podcast episode or video and repeating what you hear out loud. You don't need to understand every word. Just focus on mimicking the rhythm, the sounds, the natural flow. That's powerful daily training.
You can also write a few lines in a notebook or on your phone before going to bed. Write something like, "Today I felt tired, but I still practiced English for 10 minutes. I'm proud of that." That's real progress, and you're reinforcing your routine.
One thing I love doing is asking myself simple questions in English and answering them out loud. Questions like, "What did I eat today?" Or, "What are my plans for tomorrow?" You don't need anyone else, just you, your voice, and a few honest answers.
Want to level up that idea? Try recording yourself. Say a few sentences, then listen back. You'll notice things about your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. Don't aim for perfection. Just focus on noticing your improvement over time.
The best part? You can mix it up each day. One day, you listen. The next day, you speak. Then write. Then describe your surroundings. This variety keeps your brain active and your motivation high. But the most important thing is, do it daily.
If it helps, set a timer for 10 minutes and treat it like a quick English workout. During that time, no distractions. Just you and English. When the timer ends, you've completed your mission for the day. Consistency becomes easier with a small structure.
And don't worry about making mistakes. That's not the goal here. The goal is to build the habit, to keep going, because over time, those daily efforts add up. And one day, you'll realize that you understand more, speak more naturally, and feel more confident.
So if you're thinking, is this really enough? Trust us, it is. We've seen so many learners transform their English with this simple daily practice. It's not about doing more. It's about doing it often. That's what really moves you forward.
When you start practicing consistently, something incredible happens. You stop forgetting what you've already learned. Vocabulary sticks better, grammar feels more natural, and speaking becomes less stressful because English stays fresh in your mind every day.
One of the most beautiful results of being consistent is the confidence that slowly grows inside you. You stop hesitating every time you speak. You begin to trust yourself. You don't need to think so much before forming a sentence. It just flows more easily.
Daily practice also helps your brain get used to English rhythm and sounds. You don't need to translate or pause constantly. You develop something powerful, familiarity. And the more familiar it feels, the faster you speak and understand naturally.
You also become more emotionally connected to the language. It stops feeling like a subject to study and starts becoming a real part of your life. English turns into something you live, something you carry with you throughout your day, not just in a textbook.
The best part? You build momentum. Every time you show up, it becomes easier to show up again the next day. And soon, English is no longer a struggle. It's just something you do, like a habit, like a lifestyle. That's how long-term fluency is created.
You'll also notice that your ability to focus improves. Why? Because you train your brain to come back to English regularly. It becomes easier to concentrate, to stay in the language longer, and that leads to deeper learning without you even realizing it.
Consistency also gives you control. You're not waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect method, or the perfect teacher. You become responsible for your progress. That mindset shift gives you power, and that power builds serious fluency.
Another benefit people don't talk about enough is motivation. It doesn't just appear from nowhere, it comes from action. When you see progress, even small progress, you feel proud. That pride creates energy. That energy keeps you going.
And when you practice every day, you start seeing English everywhere. You notice words in songs, phrases in movies, expressions in conversations. Your brain stays in learning mode, even when you're not actively studying. That's real immersion.
So don't underestimate what daily practice can do for you. You might think, it's just 10 minutes, but those minutes multiply. They grow. They compound. And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come, all because you stayed consistent.
If you're wondering how to actually start this habit, don't worry. We've got you. The first step is to choose a specific time of day. Morning, lunch break, evening, Whatever works best for you, but make it consistent so your brain starts expecting it.
Once you have your time, step 2 is to decide on the type of activity. Keep it simple: speaking out loud, listening to a podcast, writing a short journal entry, or reading something in English. You only need one small task per session.
Step 3. Prepare your space. That could be your desk, your bed, your walk to work. It doesn't matter. But having a go-to place helps reinforce the routine. It signals to your brain, "This is my English time now." That kind of cue builds strong habits.
Step 4. Set a timer. Seriously, this helps a lot. Choose 10 minutes and commit fully for that short time. No multitasking, no checking messages, just you in English. This focus, even for a few minutes, trains your brain to go deeper over time.
Step 5 is to track your progress. Nothing fancy. Just check off a calendar or write "done" in a notebook. That small act of recording your effort gives you visual proof that you're doing the work, and that boosts motivation to keep going.
Step 6. Be flexible when needed. Life happens. If you miss a day, don't quit. Just continue the next day. The goal isn't perfection, it's persistence. One missed day doesn't break the habit. What matters is that you always come back.
Step 7 is to rotate your activities to keep things interesting. Some days, speak. Other days, listen or write. This keeps your brain engaged and prevents boredom. Plus, you'll develop more skills at once, naturally and enjoyably.
Step 8. Keep it fun. Choose topics you enjoy. Your favorite music, your hobbies, something funny or inspiring. English doesn't have to feel like school. The more joy you bring to your practice, the more likely you'll stay consistent.
Step 9. Stay kind to yourself. Progress isn't always visible right away, but trust the process. Even if you feel like nothing is changing, your brain is learning and adapting every single day. Just don't stop. That's the only rule.
And finally, step 10. Celebrate small wins. Finished a full week? Amazing. Spoke out loud for 5 days? That's a big deal. Recognize those victories. They build pride, and that pride keeps the fire alive. Every step counts on this journey.
One of the biggest mistakes we see is trying to do too much too soon. People start with 1 hour a day, but it's not realistic. They burn out and quit after a few days. Start small. 10 minutes is better every day than 1 hour once a week.
Another common trap is waiting for motivation. If you only study when you feel excited, you'll miss too many days. Motivation comes and goes. What really works is routine. Build the habit, and the motivation will follow, not the other way around.
Some learners also switch methods constantly. One day it's podcasts, next day it's grammar books, then a YouTube channel, then something else. That lack of focus creates confusion. Choose one method and stick with it for at least a few weeks.
Comparing yourself to others is another habit that kills progress. You see someone speaking fluently and think, "I'll never be that good." But they've probably been consistent for years. Your journey is your own. Focus on showing up for you.
A mistake I often hear is thinking mistakes are bad. People get embarrassed when they say something wrong. But making mistakes means you're using the language. Every mistake teaches you something. If you never make one, you're not learning.
Some people also focus too much on passive learning. Watching videos or reading can help, but without speaking or writing, you won't build active skills. Don't just absorb, practice producing English too. That's how fluency happens.
Another mistake is aiming for perfection. They want the perfect sentence, the perfect pronunciation, the perfect answer. But perfection causes fear. It slows you down. Focus on progress instead. Fluency is messy, and that's completely fine.
People also get discouraged when they don't see fast results. But real fluency takes time. Think long term. A seed doesn't grow into a tree overnight. You water it daily. You trust the process. Be patient with your English. It's growing.
Ignoring your energy level is a sneaky mistake too. If you're exhausted, choose an easier activity. Listen to something light or just speak 2 simple sentences. You don't have to push hard every day. The important part is that you show up.
And finally, don't go alone. Isolation makes it easy to give up. Find people who are also learning, join a community, or just leave a comment under this video. Saying, "I'm practicing too," reminds you that you're part of something bigger.
All right, if you've made it this far, we want to challenge you. Not with something complicated, but something real. We call it the 7-Day Consistency Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day for 7 days straight. Can you do that? We believe you can.
Here's how it works. Pick any 10-minute activity each day. Speak out loud, write a few lines, listen to a short podcast, or read a short text. Doesn't matter what you choose, as long as you do it. Every day. No pressure, just practice.
You don't need a fancy plan. Just write day 1 through day 7 somewhere. Your phone, a notebook, or even in the comments. Check off each day when you finish. That small visual reminder helps you stay focused and motivated.
And if you miss a day, don't worry. Just keep going the next day. The challenge is not about perfection. It's about building momentum. You'll be surprised how much stronger your routine becomes after only 1 week of consistent action.
Want to make it even more powerful? Set a timer for exactly 10 minutes and go all in. No distractions, no second thoughts. Just you and your English. When the timer ends, you'll feel proud, and that feeling will make you want to do it again.
And if you're thinking, 10 minutes won't make a difference, remember this: 10 minutes a day is over 60 hours a year. That's more than enough time to see real, deep improvement. But only if you stay consistent. That's the secret.
To stay on track, try using the same time every day. Maybe it's after breakfast, during your commute, or right before bed. Make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. That's how habits are built, through repetition and simplicity.
We also recommend doing it in the same place if possible. Sit in your favorite chair, go to the same corner of your room, or walk the same path. Your brain connects the habit with the location, making it easier to stick with long term.
And here's the last part of the challenge. Share it. Leave a comment under this video saying, "I'm starting the 7-day challenge today." That small step makes your intention stronger, and it inspires others to join you. We're in this together.
So, are you ready? 10 minutes a day, 7 days in a row, no excuses, just action. Join the challenge, build the habit, and let consistency be the reason your English finally moves forward. We'll be cheering for you every step of the way.
Today we shared something incredibly simple, but deeply powerful. The one thing you truly need to succeed in English is consistency. Not perfection, not endless hours of study, just a small daily commitment that becomes part of your life.
We showed you how to use just 10 minutes a day to speak, listen, write, or read in English. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every day. Those small, repeated actions create lasting results over time.
We also talked about the common mistakes many learners make, like chasing perfection, comparing themselves to others, or waiting for motivation. These patterns slow you down, but with awareness and consistency, you can avoid them.
And we gave you a simple 7-day challenge to help you build momentum. It's your chance to take action today, no matter your level. With just 10 minutes a day, you can create a real habit that will move your English to the next level.
If this episode helped you, leave a comment below and share your thoughts. What part of the message hit you the most? And what will you start doing today to make your English more consistent? We'd love to hear your voice.
And hey, if you reached this point in the video, We know you're serious about improving your fluency. So write the word succeed in the comments to show you're one of the ones who finish what they start. We'll be looking for your message.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep creating useful content to help learners like you build real, confident English. Let's grow together, step by step.
Thanks so much for spending this time with us. We believe in your progress, and we know that consistency will take you further than you ever imagined. Keep practicing, keep showing up, and we'll see you in the next episode.